Just got to set up the settings, and then we can start. Hello. Ah, Doug. Just the person I was looking to speak to. So I'm changing up the old posture on the old stream. So let's see if I can. Well, that looks all right to me. I go for it, painting. So, Dark, do you want to hear an interesting tale of sorting out your postage? You can have the good or the bad news. It's up to you. Which would you prefer, the good or the bad? There's not really a bad. So, you remember how... God, I am low energy, man. You remember how I said that... let's pause this. You remember how I said that it might be a good thing... to get your number. So, to post the Saturnine Terminator to you... here it is. Right. Hear me out before you despair. Oh, God. Yeah, so the Saturnine Terminator was... it was €30 to post it without your number. And to post it with your number, it was €22. So I was like, I'm not posting that. Dark, I didn't check Discord. I don't know if I said email it, but yeah, I didn't check Discord. But don't worry, I didn't post it. You do have a Saturnine Dreadnought coming your way, though, however, which I will notify you of its arrival. It's been dispatched. So yeah, so if I look at the numbers, essentially, I paid about €7.50 to give you a Saturnine Dreadnought. That isn't even the Saturnine Dreadnought with the weapons configuration that I that this one has. So enjoy. That's on its way to you. I'll let you know when it arrives because I had to put my number in on the order. So yeah, that's winging its way to you. Enjoy, buddy. You're appreciated. I might not necessarily do giveaways, as they seem to cost me money to send things. But yeah, so you've got a yeah, Dark. It's just an absolute mess. But yeah, you've got a dreadnought coming your way. It didn't really help me out at all, but I appreciate it. So the main thing is that you're getting a dreadnought, right? That's the main thing. That's what we needed to do. Yeah, well, ironically now the shipping is free. So there's nothing to pay on the shipping. So don't you worry about it, buddy. Don't you worry about it. Let's just make sure it arrives your way. So I've changed my sitting position, but it feels a bit echoey. Am I echoing? No, maybe not. It's just in my head. Right. So I feel a bit demoralised that I can't just do something nice without it. What bugs me is that PayPal took €3.50 for doing nothing, and it's like the post office wants to charge me an exorbitant amount, and then there's the customs fees that they want to charge me an amount, and it's like everyone's trying to charge me, and all I'm trying to do is something nice. Or at least that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sell a dreadnought, but I'm trying to sell it for a bargain, you know? But everyone's just... Technically I've lost. If we want to look at it in those terms, technically I've not only gained nothing, but I've lost. Because what I bought it with was part the money you sent me, but I'd also bought shopping, but I just happened to have the ad revenue for the channel just happened to come through. So it just ate that, which is fine. It's absolutely fine, Dark. But I think it's a valuable lesson for me to learn. I really need to find my gold. Or I'll take any colour at this moment. I feel so demoralised. Let's see, I've got my Wraithbone, but it's not Wraithbone for those guys' faces. It is the Rakaf, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what we're going to use, the Rakaf. So let's get some painting done. I did base coat some stuff. I did base coat some bits. There we go. I did base coat all of these guys, apart from one orc, but everyone else is now base coated in grey. Some ogres and some, well, just ogres and orcs, really. Yeah, it's alright, Dark. I'm just going to stick to my tech. What I wanted to do was to do it on stream and like for people watching the stream to benefit, you know? I don't so much like giving strangers bargains. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't like this seating position. Hang on, I'm going to go get my stall. Yeah, I'd love to see some painting stuff on it. That would be amazing. I'd like that a lot. Hey, Chris. I did, yeah. What was also surprising is that I thought they were just the old Marauders. So I just totally glossed over it. I was like, oh, old Marauders. But no, they're brand new Marauders. And they do look lovely, yeah. I can't believe I didn't realise that they were new. But yeah, I like them. But I'm on hold buying stuff. I got so much stuff to do now. Um, it would have to be something really amazing. Um, but I don't know. Maybe if I can. Oh, I don't want to use a reseller for the big boxes. Um, yeah, I don't think I'll buy them. I've got the Orc and Goblin battalion. If I really want to open some old world. Oh yeah, well I would say it's probably like something like 1 in 8 of boxes I want to get versus boxes I actually managed to get hold of. So you might get lucky though. What's skibidi? Oh, yeah, I'm just a bit demoralised, man. Bit demoralised. And the other stream, like, I felt a bit off. Wasn't able to string two words together. Um, yeah, just a bit. I've just kind of come on to hope that this perks me up because it does seem to cheer me up. So, yeah, just a long day. Um, and it's a bit annoying that I marched my way down to the post office to try and get this parcel to Francois. Didn't work. Then I went again today to try and get it to you. Didn't work. And it's like, I don't know. Why has it got to be so difficult? You know. So that's all. I'm just going to paint this a bit, and then I'm sure it will be fine. It will cheer me up on here. I'll be all right. But it's just a case of hitting critical mass on the old stream. Is it a Wednesday thing? Is that what it is? Because I mean, things are going good. Life's good, you know. It's just I don't know. I just was trying to do something fun, and it just didn't. I mean, like, it's no surprise, you know. Things don't go your way all the time, you know. You can't have everything your way. But I'd settle for something, you know. But the streams are going good. There's some movement in the analytics, you know. So it's nice. Like, I just I'm hoping this I'll pick up. I'm hoping I will. I'm currently binge watching Dexter, and I've just started season 2, and it's a bit meh. But yeah, if we could talk about something, that would be pretty cool. I'd like to talk about practically anything. But the new Marauders do look good. But like I said, not going to get them. I got enough. Although in saying that, I was looking at, what is it, Grand Cafe. They look pretty good. I love that you get. I didn't know that you get 2 cannons in the army box, which is good. So you can do both variants of the cannon. No, I watched movie recaps and watched the recaps for Murderbot, and I saw everything I needed to see. I didn't need to watch the series. Plus, I'm so done. The only reason this I fudged that. The only reason this streaming service Netflix is on is because my wife got it. So it's the only reason I'm watching it. I'm done. I'm done paying streaming services and having to like snuffle out what I'm trying to find. So right, okay. I get you. All right. Well, it's not on Netflix. I'm pretty sure of that. So I'm thinking of putting Free Body Problem on as my background show. Um, so I wanted to read the books, but I'm never going to get around to that. Yeah, and like they started sneaking in ads of their own shows, and then you can have it cheaper if you pay for ads. It's like, brr. See, I didn't mind when I watched the Rig. Yeah, Rig's alright. Reacher, the first season. I tell you what, the first Reacher film is something I rewatch as well for background noise. It's really well done. Didn't like it so much, one, because I wanted more Reacher and not the other woman. I felt like they were trying to switch out Tom Cruise for that woman. Um, mm, yeah, full on ads when you pay. Yeah, when you're paying. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's the point? I mean, like, it's just horrible. That's an easy one. Hey, Ann, how you doing, man? Happy to hear it, man. Good stuff. Thanks, man. Yeah, I the main thing when I'm painting something is, um, am I excited about it? And with these guys, yeah, deciding on the light effect on the Steelers, um, yeah, there's something about it, and it's not. This isn't what I had in mind with how they were going to turn out, but um, I feel like I've got a nice vibe. They're what they feel a little bit like. They feel a little bit Star Trekky to me. I feel like they've got a little bit of a Star Trek element to them. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I am pleased with them. I was very much considering assembling the other Steelers on stream as well, but then it just turned out that decided to start painting. I'm already feeling a bit better. I don't know if you can probably tell by my voice. I'm starting to feel a bit better already. Just zoning out and doing some painting, a little bit of chat. Yeah, I'm already feeling better. So that's always a good sign. Here they are. Oh, getting there with them. Gonna go with like they're emerging from a shadow somehow. Not sure exactly how to do the shade, but we're gonna figure it out. I might darken them a little bit, but the purple could work as well. I'm enjoying them. I like the lore behind them as well. Or at least what lore I know. Okay. So we're on Wraithbone now. The way I see it with these streams, and if I do want to be consistent with it, you got to take the rough with the smooth. You know, the grind's real. You just got to knuckle down, and get through it. But 50 minutes, and I feel better. It's already a success in my book. But if we can get the 2 hours, maybe get these guys' heads done, then we can start moving on to something else. But who knows? Like, I'm not sure about these heads, but I'm going to commit to it because you can get. I think you can. I get to a point on a certain model where I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if this is the right course of action, but because I'm doing them in a production line, they're all at the same stage. So I think it's easier to feel demoralized because of that. But if I got one sorted, maybe I'd feel better about it. Like with the ogres, like I'm loving the ogres. I'm really enjoying those. But I reckon there's a tipping point. And I've discovered there's a tipping point with streams, and that there's different kinds of streams that have different feels to them, depending on engagement and what's being said and whatnot. Hey, Elkchop, there's a difference. You know, there's different vibes, different kinds, and that I know there's different levels to streams, and I think it's the same. That you have to have your attitude has to fit as well. By that I mean, like, you know, if it's just the grind, just concentrate on what you're doing, focus on that. It's what I was saying about earlier today about how people trying to force themselves to play a game that they don't want to play, but they feel they have to stream and they have to play the most popular game currently. Well, I don't have that problem. It's just a case of what do I want to paint or assemble next or try and play next. It's so nice. I feel it's quite liberating in that respect. These guys don't look well. They look like they hang out in basements. I like that about them. Ah, K9, hi buddy. Whoo, how you doing, man? How you doing? We've got quite the little production line of gene stealer cultists going on here. My brood scum. You filthy scum. I don't know why I'm doing a production line. It just felt right at the time, so we're just kind of working through them. That's too watery. Too solid even. I need to get me some more of these synthetic brushes. They're super handy. I think having just the one is kind of screwing me over. Yeah, they do, don't they? They're definitely. I mean, they do great on fingers, which I feel like is the fiddliest of bits. Yeah, they're super. They're super super handy. Like, I mean, you've seen. Like, I've been doing back to back fiddly bits now. This whole stream, and it's held up just fine. Oh, those fingers. That was a glue. That was a seam for gluing. That was. Oh, it's a bit of a shambles. Let's get a little water on this paint. I've moved my paint pot. I need to do that. Oh. God, I'm glad I came on stream. I'm so glad I came on. Whew, I'm already feeling way better. Just not even tough, just demoralizing. Just demoralizing is all. It's been a bit rushed. I haven't really had time to sit down, but yeah, just demoralizing. Just a bit demoralizing. It got sorted out, but it wasn't the outcome I was hoping for. I was hoping for it to be a little bit more positive, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, you got to take these days. It's just a chance to do a little bit better. You know. I'm going to try and put a little bit on these eyes. That face came out pretty well. came out really well. I like his face. Whoa, scum. Yeah, they're definitely getting their own feel to them. You know, they're definitely starting to come together. Well, it's like those snails that get that fungus in them, and it makes their antennae go all weird and multicolored, and they climb to the top of a plant to deliberately get eaten by a bird, so that the bird passes out the parasites to get eaten again, for the parasites to breed. I think it's like that, where they're not super in control necessarily. Um, Not every Gene Stealer cult gets eaten, though. Some of them end up actually tagging along with the Hive Fleet to get placed somewhere else. So not everyone gets chomped. And I thought that was crazy when I heard that. But yeah, there's like Gene Stealer cults shadowing the fleet as well, believe it or not. Which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, yeah, apparently so. What I like is lictors getting dropped in early to chomp down some bits and like some people to figure out what's going on with the incoming snack. And what I also found out as well is that you can Tyranid attacked worlds that have been stripped clean. Can the technology exists in the Imperium to recolonize them and terraform them, which I thought was really nice. Exactly, yeah. But that includes like the atmosphere, so I guess they just have to stick that stuff back on. But the trouble is, they also drop spores underground that can last for centuries. So, and they like activate when there's a lot of biomass floating around on top. So, it's a bit of a toughie to do. Yeah, these guys are starting to look really good. Now that they're all getting lined up with each other. Again, it's that push through point. It's that push through point. Yeah, it's true. That is true. That is true. There's a lot of really nice lore about Forbidden and Lost tech. The Dark Angels are pretty sneaky deakies with keeping hold of crazy mechanical monstrosities. This one looks really. Brrr. Who's sticking with me, guys? Who's just relaxing here with me? Dark and well, according to mine, it's 1. Hey, RK9. So I actually have a load of Gene Stealer cultists. I really like the characters. Um, and I've got the old Start Collecting box and the Biker Jackals. Um, and the idea is that they be with the Tyranids, but I couldn't decide on a paint scheme, so I just haven't painted them. Um, so these guys were kind of like my entranceway. So I'll paint these in Hive Secundus, but this is going to be my. I think it's going to be my Gene Stealer cultist theme, to be honest. So now that I've got it, I can go ahead with them. But I've got quite a few of the characters, but they do seem to have like an awful lot of really, really cool characters. Like I've got one assembled up here. Hang on, let me find it for you. I've got a couple up here. Let's see. Yeah, let's check out this guy. Look at him. I mean, how amazing is he? Don't even know what he does. Preach a sermon or something. Yeah, but the thing is, I've heard a lot of people say that the Gene Stealer cultists do have a lot of details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lump a lot of those segments together. So like a whole section might be just blue with slightly lighter highlights. I'm not going to go and do every single individual things. I want them to have a vibe of, because they're not, you know, they're all scum really. So I don't want them to be. I don't want these guys to be clean at all. So I'm looking forward to that actually. I think it'd be nice to do a bit of muck, as I have been painting super bright so much. But I want the skin to be pale, which is good, which I've got. And I've also got some regular Gene Stealers. I've got some of those assembled. I might want to start cracking those out as well. But we've got so many options of what to paint. Oh, my battery's going to run out. Hang on a sec. White's done. Talk about progress. Check it out. All these guys weren't here 2 days ago. Now that's like really coming along. And arguably, you could use them as is. The grey bases just could be inked and then a little bit of silver. You could do that. I mean, yeah, the guns and stuff. I might, yeah, well, I don't know about the guns. I might not even do them silver. I might do them, I'd like to do them like bronzy or something maybe. But arguably I'd say they're tabletop ready, you know? Maybe the lip around the bases. But they are definitely coming along. I like them. They've got a nice feel to them. They've got a nice feel. Let's think about the armor and the shadows. So, where the purple's bled over on these guys, I'm going to leave it as much as I can because I think it's quite nice. So where the purple's there, I'm just going to leave that as is. So I think that's kind of ties them together a little bit. But what I need is a nice blue. Ooh, what's this? Ah, Drakenhof Nightshade. That looks dark. Let's go for it. Time for a bit of experimenting. Let's go for it on all of them. We're going to go dark blue on them. Let's see how this blue... Now I'm hoping this blue will sink into the recesses but not completely destroy... yeah, Dark, I have been pretty silent, to be honest. Yeah, pretty quiet. Just, well, you know, just getting stuff done, really. Oh, your stream had froze. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's possible that I could have been silent. Right, let's go through these. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. Let's go for it. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully it will leave the purple on, but then I think we've made the right choice here, guys. Gives us something to work with. In all honesty, though, you could probably just get away with leaving it like that. It's kind of beautiful. These grey bits need something, but I might leave the purple. I don't know, something about it feels really nice. So what was that? That was pink. I can't even remember how I did that. How did I do that? It was Gene Stealer purple and then Voluminous pink. Well, I want the armour to be different than the bone, so if I'm going for classic Gene Stealers, they'll be very dark blue. I think it does. I think Dark's right. It does need a little something, something. They've got a nice feel to them. I definitely think the grey bits of armour need a little, like, just very dark blue and ever so slight highlight, but just to push the contrast up in relation to the bone, because I want there to be quite a big difference between the two, to tie in with the old school Gene Stealers. They look pretty good. I'll just spin it. They've definitely got a feel to them. I feel like the flesh is solid. I think it really works. I think we can do that as the flesh. I think it just looks yummy. It's the grey with the blue ink on. I think it might need to become a little bit more blue, but a dark blue. Let's do one of the brood scum. Let's see how the brood scum comes out. So there's a lot more grey on this one, so we might have more of that grey issue. That need never change. Anywhere where there's that banding, the grey and the blue just being fine. Definitely the trousers and the boots could use a little different. You know, arguably, there's not a whole heap this might need. Little touch here and there, sure. Pretty tasty. I'm thinking I'm just going to ink the floor as well. Yeah, that's tasty. That's something to work with. It really brings it together. Yeah, they may have a load of detail on them, but when you think about it, we just focused on the flesh. The purple's an accident, but we can clean up. It's nice. They're nice. I like them. Let's show you some. Let's show you some comparisons. Okay, so the Steeler. It's a lot brighter with the old one, but I didn't want bright on that surface. I wanted bright on the bone bit. So arguably the pink is great, but the blue just brings it a little closer to what I want. So it might not be exactly the same as the Steelers you see on the box, but it's near enough for me to be like, this is my little wink and a nod to them. I like them. I like them. They feel right, you know? I like them. That's the main thing. Oh, here's a question, actually. A real quick question before I do the next comparison. So, bird's wings, right? Is this bit in here the white feathers and these are the brown feathers? Or is this bit here the brown feathers and these are the white feathers? Or is it all white feathers? I'm not sure, because I'm certain that these wings are going to be a big part of this model. So I need to get them right. But I'm more confident about doing all of these little lines with edge highlighting now. But I don't know if I should do them all white or a little bit of brown. I don't know. I don't know with the wings. But I know I need to get them right, that's for sure. Because I don't have another set of these wings or another Dante. So I've got to figure something out on that one. But yeah, got to get those wings right first time. So I have to think about that one. And then the other comparison, it's night and day really. No contest between those two. Yeah, the fabric, you could do the fabric and you could give it a little touch up here and there and then give it a bit of null oil, but anything with those thin lines, done. You don't need to worry about that. You don't need to edge highlight those, especially with a bit of purple. Nice looking guys. It all depends on the bird in the case of the wings. of angel wings, all white feathers and greyish black quill tips. Okay, I'll need to see a picture for that one. But yeah, super pleased. Can I just say thanks, guys? I know this wasn't exactly entertaining, but I clearly needed to come on and just have a nice little moment to just chill out and do some painting. I am noticing that these evening streams have a different feel to the daytime ones, you know? I've noticed this, and I've also noticed a difference in how the streams are in relation to weekends and weekdays, because on weekends the kids bed down earlier, so I come on longer in the evening run and it's got a different feel. But I mean, I'd like to think that it's nice just to have me on in the background. I'd like to think that, and hopefully what I hope is that, I know when I came on I didn't sound all right, but what I was hoping is, like, as I feel better, that comes across, and you're like, oh yeah, and then like you pick up on that mood. You're like, this is a nice atmos, you know. But I just needed that first 20 to 25 minutes just to sit and just, you know, like, just decompress from the day. But if I can do that and help you to decompress from your day as well, then I think, you know, I think we're really onto something there, potentially. It's sure as hell helps me, but the question is, is it something you want to tune in for? I don't know. I don't know if that helps, but yeah, I just needed a little sit down and paint. Thanks, Dark. I'm going to look at that. Yeah, I'm going to look at that when I hop off now. But I'll be around tomorrow daytime. I will most likely, your Saturnine Dreadnought, Dark, could turn up tomorrow because it got dispatched today. But they're going to notify me on my number. So what I'll do is, I guess if it happens during a stream, I can tell you, which is possible. Or if it happens, if it happens, I'll hop on Discord or something, or send you an email. But I'll figure something out. Okay, cool. Because it could be as early as tomorrow, which is kind of exciting. But yeah, so all right, cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, really appreciate you hanging out. You really appreciate it. And I'll see you later. All right. But yeah, send me progress, Dark, if it turns up photos, because I haven't got that kit. It's the full blown version, so I think there's a lot of extra little bits on it. But anyway, thanks, guys. Appreciate you. I'll see you later. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.